2, 1.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ms. Delau here, and we have finally made it to your conclusion paragraph of your essay. Hopefully, if you worked hard, you have a real strong introduction paragraph, and you have 2 well-formulated body paragraphs. The purpose of the conclusion paragraph is to really just tie everything together. There are 4 steps to your conclusion paragraph for an argumentative essay. On the left-hand side, you will see the notes that we took in class. And on the right-hand side, you'll see a model essay. Please keep in mind that for this modeled essay, there's a different prompt here. For the model essay, it's asking if Mr. Doolittle's internal identity has changed. So the first step of an argumentative essay, conclusion paragraph, is to acknowledge a counterclaim. Remember in class we said think of the counterclaim as the argument somebody would make against your claim. So this model essay is arguing that Mr. Doolittle remained the same throughout the play. The argument for that would be that Mr. Doolittle changed. He did not remain the same. Let's take a look at the green line. Some people might say that Mr. Doolittle changed throughout the play, period. That is the counterclaim. Notice it starts with a transition. Some people might say, and then it clearly states the opposing argument. Next, refute that point, which means dismiss that point, and immediately after it's presenting. So to be clear, we're not just simply saying dismissing it, right? We're going to prove it wrong. However is a really nice transition to use. However, even while his clothes and appearance has changed considerably, Mr. Doolittle remains true to his own self and character. That is a fabulous refute to the counterclaim. Please pause the video, and there are a couple things that I'm going to ask you to look for. I am going to ask you to look for some type of transition, sentence starter, I should say, for a counterclaim. Some people might say, some might think, people might think. After that transition or sentence starter, then you need to say the opposing argument with a transition, and then finish with refuting the argument and proving it wrong. Please pause the video and check that you have those things right now. Okay, step 2 out of 4. Step 2 is you are going to remind your audience of your thesis. If you need clarification on your thesis, please go back to your notes on paragraph 1. Your thesis should be the last sentence of your introduction. So for this thesis, this author went back and restated that his internal identity continued to be self-assured and selfish. Remember, your thesis is going to state whether he changed or whether he stayed the same. We already kind of made it clear up here that he stayed the same. He remains true to his own self. We mentioned the word internal identity, and we have the 2 internal identifiers that the author wrote about. Please pause the video. Make sure that you have your thesis statement reworded. Okay, the third step of the conclusion is to look back at your essay and what were the most important ideas from your body paragraph. Perhaps you could get these ideas from your analysis and just briefly restate some of them. The evidence from Act 1 and Act 5 clearly supports this view. Due to his desire to get rid of his own daughter and keep all his fortune to himself. His inner identity is that of a self-assured and selfish character from the beginning of the play to the end. These 2 lines over here, due to his desire to get rid of his own daughter, and this other one here, to keep all his fortune to himself, those were taken right from the author's analysis. Those were the examples that he used in his essay. So pause the video and look at some of the examples that you gave and summarize them in 1 to 2 sentences. And last but certainly not least, the clincher. The clincher is just going to tie everything up and it should be similar to the hook of your essay. The hook of this essay, if you do look back in the introduction paragraph, and it's not on the screen, so I'll read it to you. The hook of this introduction was, "It is said that clothes make the man, but what do they make him?" That is a quote that the author decided to use as a hook. So let's restate that hook in order to have a clincher. In conclusion, clothes do not make the man because it's what on the inside that counts. That is the hook restated, and it's a nice way to end this essay. So by now, if you are still having an issue with the introduction paragraph or either one of the body paragraphs, there are videos that are still posted on our class website, englishe121.weelby.com. So you are free to revisit them at any time. Just to be clear on the timeline of this essay, the typed essay, we will start typing in class tomorrow, and you need to finish typing it for homework. You need to print it, bring it to class on Thursday. We will edit and revise the essay. And then finally on Friday, the essay is due, no excuses, and it counts as a test grade. Have a great night, everyone.